Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Gore Screaming Show. So yeah, YOSHIKI is gone, and we're going to have a discussion with Yamiko about this whole situation. So I wonder how much Kyoji will tell Yamiko and how much he will not, and what he's going to do with the pendant. I'm kind of conflicted actually what he should do with the pendant, to be honest, because at one from one perspective, he should give it to Yamiko, right, to protect her. But on the other hand, he cannot protect her if he doesn't have the pendant. So I wonder what you would think. So you can let me know in the comments. Actually, do you think like Kyoji should give the pendant to the person he wants to protect, or he should like learn how to use it and just have it on himself, you know, and just be around Yamiko in general? Let me know in the comments what do you think. And with that, I think we'll go and see what he will actually do. Yamiko's surprisingly quiet. She tells Kyoji to take bath and settle in, then tell her what happened later. He does as she asks, and then has some coffee she prepared for him. It helps soothe his nerves a little. It was an incomprehensible few hours. Oh, okay. Good thing, actually. Yamiko cracks a self-deprecating smile as she resists her chin on her hands. Hey, bud. Yeah, Yoshiki been way too weirder. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. I mean, I saw the old man die with my own two eyes. He was protecting me, and it still doesn't feel real. It's like remembering a nightmare. The way Yuka's head was blown off, the way the bombs shaped like her face scattered across the school grounds. Also, by the way, I checked like how it looks in like a censored version, basically, and it doesn't have Yuka's sprite with half of the face at all. It's just like give a text. There's like no sprite of this. Just if you are curious. That strange man in the mantle. Yoshiki's severed arm flying through the air. All these things were completely impossible. If only it was all a dream. Yeah. Yamiko opens her fist to reveal Yoshiki's pendant. He gave it to Yamiko before he went into the bathroom and told her to keep it at her at all times. Okay, that's what I would do actually. Like I said before, like give it to Yamiko, give it to Yamiko. But still, I'm kind of hesitant on this as well right now. Like, because right now, Kyoji himself is like vulnerable, you know. What if we split the stone and like get half of this? Can we do that? Does it have to be that big? I mean, you can probably just like cut it, right, or something with some like machine, I guess, right? You can do that, I would assume. Get the feeling Yamiko might be in danger if she didn't. Seeing her touch the stone comfortably puts him at ease. He feels like she was okay, but he couldn't shake the anxious suspicion that Yamiko might have been replaced by something else, like his classmates. Yeah, good call. Yamiko gets to her feet and walks into her room. When she returns, she has a small tape recorder in her hands. Okay. It's much smaller than the kinds of cassette playing Kyoji was familiar with. It was the letters DAT written on it. Okay. Isn't this the recorder she used when she recorded Mashiro? Oh, something related to the stone? She figured something out? Other side, okay. Yamiko's voice speaks from the recorder. Okay. What about it? Okay, so that was Yoshiki, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Oh, right. Right, I forgot actually. Yeah, she's been playing with the stones as well. Koji Furuoshi's bros. Also, that means that she had the stone before, right? Mashiro had the stone and it didn't really help her out. If you think about this, like, she's like in the state she is now. Whatever happened to her. Yes, she did say that. Stone that pairs with it. Okay. Keiji looks at the pendant in Yamiko's hand. You don't think Old Man was the one who visited Mashiro? Yamiko nods again. Yeah, pretty obvious, right? He can make up some stuff. And perhaps the stone that was purportedly taken away from Mashiro was the very same one Yamiko is holding right now. The one Yoshiki kept. Yeah, like, in the beginning, when we started Gore Screaming Show, I thought like this is something that he got like from maybe Sayumi or something, like in the very beginning. But it seems like no, he just got it recently, it seems. Koji nods. Koji doesn't realize it's dark or already dark outside. Yamiko looks up at him. I don't know. Maybe his mind is just too numb, but he can't get any feeling from his stomach. Only once she asked if he was hungry, did he realize that maybe he is. Huh. Yamiko stands by the window still and peers outside. When her parents passed away, Yamiko never let anyone see her cry. Even when she greeted the guests, she silently, dispassionately handled everything, sometimes wearing a smile. He remembered the uncomfortable feeling when he heard one distantly related older woman say that Himeka-chan is so cold. Aww. By the way, I started... Ah, never mind. He wished he could go back to that moment and tell her how wrong she was. But at the same time, he can't quite put into the words why she was wrong. Yamiko looks out the window, and the glass pane reflects her tear-streaked face. She casually wipes her tears and turns to look at him with a smile. Oh my god, Yamiko. Yamiko's so cool. Okay. Pass the day. Next morning, Kyoji opens his eyes slowly. He's not sure how long he's been awake. It feels like at some point, he just realized he wasn't sleeping anymore. Given how accustomed he is to being woken up from the alarm clock, this feels strange, but he gathers this is what waking up naturally is like. He gets up and glances at the clock by his bed. Its hands are already past 12. Oh, just like my clock. Morning, yeah, morning, yeah, sure. He gets dressed, washes his face, and despite not feeling any more refreshed for it, looks over to the living room. It seems she heard the sound of the door opening. He hears a muffled call of the "Good morning, Kyo-chan," coming from the room Yoshiki occupied. She's probably packing up Yoshiki things. Yeah, probably. He turns on the TV wondering if it has anything to say about yesterday's incident. He zips past the channels, but only finds a game show, no news, broadcasts. I mean, all people involved in this were influenced by Gore and Yuka, so yeah, no one knows what happens really. There are a bunch of comedians on the game show, the audience is laughing. Kyoji turns off the TV, he's not in mood for this. I guess it only makes sense the news wouldn't be talking about it. What with how strange the police were acting yesterday. When I went to bed, the tears started flowing. He couldn't tell if they were tears of sorrow or frustration, but he wept and wept, punching his pillow repeatedly. Yeah, probably both. Like, he couldn't do anything, and also he feels grief because Yoshiki's death. I couldn't recall crying so much since he was a kid. He looks at himself in the mirror while washing his face, focusing on his red eyes. At least Yamiko isn't in the living room to see him. If he could have his way, he would prefer it if Yamiko didn't show up at all until the swelling in his eyelids died down. Eyes. But just as that thought crosses his mind, the door opens. Koji settles onto the sofa and looks away from Yamiko. Thankfully, she walks straight to the kitchen. Yeah, she just ignored that. She knew that he needs it. Like, I think like Yamiko as character is underrated. I have a feeling, even by me. I have a feeling like I'm underrating Yamiko. Like, so long, in many roads. Like, she's been awesome character for Kyoji and in general. Like she's a side character, okay, but she's awesome. But at the same time, I feel like I underestimate how important she is and like how much is she actually doing for the other characters. I think like she's underrated in general. I don't know, let me know in the comments. What do you think about Yamiko? You think she's underrated, or you actually... I don't know. I don't know, let's just continue. I just went into my random bubbling state. Sure, did you call the school? Oh no. The problem is, Yuka now knows that he's staying at home. Well, that's bad. I expect the ding dong at the door soon. Did they sound strange? Well, shit. That means we will have Yuka coming home here and saying, hey, I got a prince and homework for Kyoji. Something like that. It's so going to happen. What they say? Yeah. Koji raises his voice, discouraged. What the hell? Nobody remembers yesterday after all that crazy stuff happened. Yeah, Yumiko says. Yeah. Maybe also that. Actually, like I thought like for a second that maybe they are controlled again by Yuka and Gore, but if you think about this, yeah, like if they were controlled before, they don't have like any recollection of what happened yesterday. So yeah, that would explain why they feel weird today. He hears her switch on the stove. And then the sound of stirring. She then heads for the fridge and finally walks over to him. She's actually making food? That's weird. She puts a wet towel on the table. As it turns out, she noticed his eyes were swollen a long time ago. That only makes Kyoji feel the most discouraged. When he finished eating, Mika approaches with a small travel bag and a black leather pocket organizer. She sits down on the sofa and places them on the table. That's the old man bag, right? What's the book?
これはね、
Oh,
ヨシキの日記。
cursed.
日記というか、恨み節というか。
Okay. Cursed little book. When Yamika puts it like that, the whole thing seems to lose all semblance of seriousness. She puffs out her
ヨ
chest.
シキの荷物にね、コインロッカーの鍵が入ってたの。それで、キョウちゃんがグーグー寝ている間に、このヤミコさんが取ってきた。
I actually forgot about this. That also happened in Aoi Road, right? She went to the locker and she got something. I forgot what that was, but apparently it's this diary. And we never had to see the contents of this, right? As well. I don't think like we ever like dived deeper after she found the diary in that locker before. So it's the first time actually. Unless I'm not remembering stuff. Wait, you went outside? Yamika nods calmly and holds up the pendant.
これがあればなんとかなるでしょ?
Yeah.
それに、そういう得体の知れない相手なんだから、どこにいたって大差ないわよ。
She have a very good point. You have a very good point. I mean, yeah, maybe, but the more they talk about this, the more annoyed Kyoji becomes. Eventually, he let out angrily. I guess it's my fault for slipping in, but still, don't do things on your own like that. I won't be able to save you if something went wrong. You need pendant for that.
あら、キョウちゃんが助けてくれちゃうの?
Yamiko grins at him. Don't play coy with me. I'm serious here. The old man told me to look out for you, you know? The smile vanishes from Yamiko's face. She looks overwhelmed. She blinks once and then nods.
ごめんね。
Yeah, okay. As long as you understand. So, what does his diary say?
私もさっき、ざっと目を通しただけなんだけど、ヨシキのやつ、人に読まれることを最初から考えて、これを書いてたみたい。
Yeah, so he predicted he will die sooner or later.
カレーの作り置きにしたって、この手回しの良さにしたって。
Yeah.
あいつ、虫の知らせでもあったのかな?
A black leather pocket organizer. It's a pretty mundane object. The kind that's always on sale in stationery stores towards the end of the year. Yamika hands it over to Kyoji. Can I read it?
私を助けろってヨシキが言ったんでしょ? だったらいいんじゃないの? ちょっと刺激が強いかもしれないけどね。
The contents of the book feels less like a diary and more like a student's notebook. It's full of dry lines of text.
あいつ文章書くの苦手だったからね。
I know who's good at essays. Mercurius from this era. And you all in the comments, because often there are essays in the comments. They're awesome. Yamiko laughs thrilly.
あいつに数学の宿題を解かせる代わりに読書感想文書いてやったりしたのよ。
Wow. The diary opens as such. Okay, let's go. Oh, we are switching to YOSHIKI soundtrack. Okay. Guess that makes sense. September 20th. I don't know how many days it's been, but Sayumi was murdered recently. Her body was torn apart so dreadfully. There was no need for an autopsy. Holy crap. Her limbs were severed, several organs missing. Her face was especially damaged. Even her genitals and rectum had lacerations. Uterine rupture. Fatal death. What the fuck? Yuka is brutal. Her genitals show signs of the deliberate brutalization, and they were almost entirely disfigured. Yeah, from the previous roads. Yeah. I can imagine that. Yeah. Oh my god. That's all the police have to say. Oh my god. Kyoji grimaces as he reads the cruel description. Fatal death.
赤ちゃんできてたんだよね。
Oh shit! I didn't realize that. Oh, this is even worse. Holy crap. Oh, oh. Yamiko whispers forlornly.
私がドイツに行く前に会った時、戻ってきたらビッグニュースがあるなんて言ってたのよね。あの子の声を聞いてたら察しはついたけど、私も知らんぷりして楽しみにしてるね。
He keeps reading. The diary has further details about Sayumi's death. Do we really need that? Oh my god. The body was destroyed down to every last finger. Even her nails were torn off. Oh my god, and I assume this was the first thing that happened because like she would be like most conscious during that. Oh. And probably slow. When I came home and saw her, she looked like a dissected frog. I threw up. Forgive me, Sayumi, I'm so sorry. There were more words following that last sentence, but the handwriting becomes so shaky it's impossible to read. Kyoji flips over to the next page. That girl and the man was standing in front of Sayumi, laughing. The police won't believe me. They said there's no trace of anyone fitting their descriptions. I can hardly believe it myself. They disappeared before my very eyes. I think back to my memories. What follows is what Sayumi told me. I met a childhood friend called Yukari. Her aging had stopped. Maybe it was an issue in her hormone balance. I mean, actually this is a good like medical explanation for the fantasy thing, right? That could be the case. Probably, I don't know. But maybe like, can this be the issue? Like, can this like kind of like make you look younger if you have like problems with hormone balance or something? I don't know, but maybe. We did something terrible to her, so I wanted to atone. As Yukari the girl? Yeah, she is. She resents us. I want to try and do anything I can to earn her forgiveness. Yeah, she will not give you any forgiveness. But by us, Sayumi means herself, as well as Yumekawa and Momon. I don't recall anyone by that name. November 3rd. Alright, because Momon never was told by name yet in the story in this road, right? He just knows her as mother of Yuka. November 3rd. Also, Yoshiki, that's kind of dumb for you to write this. If you want to protect... Oh, no, wait. Okay, never mind. Okay, this is good, this is good. Okay, never mind, Yoshiki, never mind. Scrap that. Yuka knows her as Hikun, not Yumekawa. Never mind, never mind. My bad, sorry. November 3rd. I went around looking for the girl. I saw her again downtown. I asked her for her name, and she called herself Yukari. She said she killed Sayumi because she hated her. She said that Gore, I don't know who or what that refers to, eating her made him stink too. So they left her half-eaten. As Gore the man, I saw her for a second. I tried to kill her, but the moment Yukari screamed, the man who was with her when she killed Sayumi appeared and almost killed me instead. That must be Gore. I'm writing this in the hospital. That thing isn't human. I don't know about Yukari, but there's no doubt in my mind that Gore isn't human. I'm pretty sure that Yukari is not a human as well. Yuka-chan is terrifying. If he is, the only other explanation is that I've gone crazy. But it doesn't matter either way. I will never know peace until I put Yukari through the same agony she subjected Sayumi to. The living can judge Yukari for her actions. Everyone tells me to forget about the whole incident, go back to a normal life and find new joy in it. They say Sayumi won't rest in peace, unless I do. I mean, she have agenda against 3 people, right? And she's like obsessed with Kyoji for some reason. Anyway. Yeah, she's a demon, like they've all watched one soap opera too many. Yeah. I'll never forget what I saw. I can never find joy again. Yeah, this is pretty freaking traumatizing. On the day she died, Sayumi told me she was afraid that Yukari resentment went beyond what she imagined. That she might never forgive her. That she's scared. That she's scared. And I told her to be careful, to remember to lock all the doors, to never get involved with her again. I told her I would come to home as soon as I could. Maybe in saying those words I ended up killing Sayumi. Maybe I should have tried to understand her fears better. This is all me acting out of ego, but this is important and has to be done. So long as that woman still walks the earth, I will never be able to so much as breathe peacefully. November 20th. I've been discharged from the hospital. I can't stay put any longer. November 12th? How long was he here? Wasn't that like 3rd previous month or something? Yeah, November 3rd. So he's been like 2 weeks in hospital. Roughly, like 18 days. 3rd, so 17 days, okay. I've looked into things since last I wrote here. I know who Yukari and Momone are. They're childhood friends of Sayumi and Yumekawa. There are still records of them having lived in Kurehito. Apparently they attended a different school. But some of our classmates, namely the girls, seems to remember them. It seems Momone stood out. I guess some of them got to know her through Sayumi and Yumekawa. They used to play with her. Sayumi was murdered, which means Yumekawa might be next. I want to do what I can to prevent her death. November 21st. I tried to calling around, but couldn't get a hold of Yumekawa. I've heard she's on prolonged business trip to Germany. Her being out of the country is actually a stroke of luck. Yeah. I need a weapon. I don't know if human weapon works on that monster, but it's better than going empty-handed. Okay, so that's when he decided he needs actually a gun. It kind of works on Yuka, like kind of. Still confused why Gore could move when like Yuka head was blown off, but I didn't get proper explanation for this yet. The police seems to suspect me. Yamiko sits next to Kyoji, peering into the diary and the pens. Okay. So when he went into hiding because police was searching for him. Yeah, no one would believe. People seriously suspected him. I mean, Kyoji, from normal people perspective, what would you think? Like, he's the first person who found the body in state like this, and they never found anything else, any other clues, any other person, like nothing. Like, he's the only like suspect in this whole scene. Yeah. Right, what about you, Yamiko-san? She shakes her head with a smile. Yeah. And then he changed. Diary and entries gradually became shorter and more fragmented. Names of handguns, as well as the descriptions of how much penetrating force they have. Prices of weapons and other details. Entries stop having dates, and more they look like hasty scribbles. Yoshiki's existence starts to disappear from the text, and any semblance of the normal life fades away. His entire entries looks more like the short string of code. But just as it becomes overwhelming, Goji finally reaches an entry that looks like actual text. Okay. The date marks this line as nearly as a year after the last real entry. Okay. September 8th. The first anniversary of Sayumi death approaches. I was hospitalized until yesterday. Again? It was my second time in the hospital. My hand only just recovered enough for me being able to write again. I can do without writing, but not being able to shoot is a problem. I will need to go through some rehabilitation. Bullets don't kill Yukari, but they do seem to damage her. Whenever Yukari is in pain, Gore freezes up. Oh, is that the explanation why the... Oh wait, this explains why the... Oh wait, I just realized... Wait. So that's what makes Gore not moving. I was wrong. I thought you just like have to... like make Yuka unconscious because that's what happened before? So basically blowing off her head would like make Gore freeze up. But apparently no, so if Yukari is overwhelmed by pain, that makes her to think about the pain and her like feelings instead of like moving Gore, so that's why Gore freezes up. And while she had like half of her head blown off, she didn't have like any nerve system or anything that can like actually perceive any pain. So she could still like command Gore. Because she wasn't in any pain. That makes sense now. Okay. And when she's like unconscious, like you knock her out, then she's just unconscious. She cannot command Gore while she's like unconscious basically, right? Yeah. And Gore only started to move in the school scene when she had like half of her head restored, so she could like actually talk and think again. But her like pain receptors were like blocked. Okay, so you do not want to blow off Yuka's head, basically. They're linked. I made contact with Momone. Oh! Yoshiki actually made contact with her? She's supposed to be the same age as Sayumi and Yumekawa, but she looks like the old woman. I've learned that Yukari lost her mind after they trapped her in the well in Kurehito. Yeah, pretty much what happened. I need to look into just what Gore is and how Yukari became what she is. Yeah, we need to see if like maybe she's been forced into some kind of like weird ritual, blood ritual connected with orgy, just like Mahiro been in the like years before. But who knows, maybe something similar happened to Yuka but in that well. I mean, this well being connected to like other place. It's not just the well, there's been whole rooms, so who knows, maybe there was some kind of ritual going on, like no, like cult in nowadays, and they just like captured her and just like do stuff, and then they released her and she just like got, and she's just like broken at this point. That's what could happen. More scribbles follow, but their contents are different from before. They're full of mentions of occult stories and local legends, things that are closer to Yamiko's field of expertise. There are even some notes about historical events. The records are long. It's clear that this diary has been written by Yoshiki's sheer tenacity and strength of will. Once again, the posts lose all mention of what they are written. Yoshiki himself has no presence in the text. The next entry with a date that looks like actual text is from August this year. August 25th, I met the patient. Okay, so this is when he met with Mashiro. She told me all sorts of things. Getting her to talk was difficult. She hasn't aged since before the war. I've matched her memories with the historical records, and there's no mistaking that she's telling the truth. She was involved in the cult ritual and was nearly eaten by something that emerged from the Pillar of Light. Okay? Gore? At that time, she reflexively grabbed 2 different stones. One of them was absorbed into her body. Oh! And the other remained in her hand. Wait! You can absorb these? You can be immune to... Wait, no, she's not immune to Yuka and Gore because she's still crazy. Unless, okay, maybe she is immune to Yuka and Gore now because they can do anything new to her, but maybe her mind is just so broken that it doesn't matter if she actually absorbed the stone, you know? But they can do anything new to her. Okay, that's a new information. I didn't knew that she had 1 stone inside of her. When she thrust the stone in her hand against it, the monster fell into the Pillar of Light and disappeared. The one called it the doll. The ritual was performed in the same room Yukari was trapped in. Yeah, that's what I... Okay, yeah. Could the ritual somehow relate to her? Yeah, probably. I expect this to happen by some, like, nowadays weird secret cult and they needed, like, sacrifice or something and Yukari just happened to be around at the time. When she got trapped in the well back in time. I totally expect that to happen. And no one would ever know what happened there. I mean, it's been pretty secretive place, right? So yeah, no one expected that. The woman said that holding the stone causes a great deal of pain. Oh. Okay, so it pained her as well. This is interesting. And indeed, holding the stone made cuts appear over her body. Okay. When people find her in that state, they take the stone away from her. The one knows this, and for some reason only shows the stone to certain people. The one has masochistic tendencies, so she releases the pain. Yeah, like probably the experience from the ritual could make that, yeah. I did feel some guilt, taking away her fun, but I exchanged the stone for the toy she might enjoy. What did you give her, a knife? If that man really is the doll, this woman described the stone might serve as an effective weapon against him. Oh wait, for a toy. No wait. I feel like he means like the other stones, like the box with stones that she had. Maybe it's actually that. Raman really is a doll, this woman described. The stone might serve as an effective weapon against him. Yeah. And Yuka is probably the puppet master, right? Like she's like commanding him at this point. So who's been commanding Gore back then? If you think about this. Because he appears from the Pillar of Light, that's what I thought. Who's been his master then? Because Yuka is master now. Interesting. This is where the diary ends. Georgie flips through the rest of pages, desperately searching for more, but they are all blank. It gives the impression that Yoshiki only wrote what was necessary and cared nothing for anything else. Seeing Kyoji leaf through the pages like that, Yamiko giggles. Will be nice. No, not a message, but well, yeah. I mean, this whole diary is a message from him, basically. Like, you have like a lot of information about Yuka, that she exists, that she's like she stopped aging, she's immortal. The thing about Mashiro, that the stone actually hurted her for some reason, and she got one that got absorbed into her. This is very interesting. Why the stone is hurting her? What's the connection here? Yoshi looks up at her expectantly. Did you find anything?
まさかあいつがそんな気の利いたもの残すわけないじゃない。
Okay, 1 second. Maybe the stone is hurting anyone that's been participating in the ritual. So it's not only against like Gore, and I mean it is against Gore and Yuka, right? Because, well, yeah, like I say, like she might have participated in the ritual like nowadays by some like secret cult or something that captured her back like when she was like trapped in the well. So she's been involved in the ritual, so the stone is hurting her. It's hurting Gore because he's, well, being from like Pillar of Light and stuff. And Mashiro getting hurt by the stone as well because she's been participating in that ritual. So probably anyone who's involved in this ritual is getting hurt by the stone for some reason. I think that's like logical thing, right? To think. Probably. Anyway. Yamiko smiles drily, resting her chin on her hands.
あいつは自分のやるべきことだけやってそれでぽっくりいっちゃったのよ。最後はまあでも言うべきことはみんな言っちゃったから書き残す必要なんてなかったんじゃない。
He doesn't enjoy how it feels like she's trying to comfort him, but Yamiko really does manage to put his heart at ease, at least a bit.
でもまあ半端なことしてるわよね。結局のところどうやってあの二人をやっつければいいのかわからないし。
Yeah, we just know that the stone works. And Momon is alive, and that you are a target. Yeah.
だいたい何一つ話さないまま行っちゃったのもどうかと思うの。そのくせ巻き込むだけ
Yeah, good point.
巻き込んでちゃって本当のことを知らせないまま自分で処理しようとしてたんだろうけど。
Yeah. Toji more or less agrees. Mika wouldn't take it easy if he told her. Toji got the feeling Yoshiki probably tried in his own clumsy, inconsiderate way to finish this without her involving to learn about it. Yamiko glances at Kyoji, her chin still in her hands.
ねえきょうちゃんちょっとこれから付き合ってくれる？
Sure. Where? Kyoji thinks like me. Sure, where are we going?
よしきの実家
Oh!
さゆみのお墓があるのよね。けりをつける前にさゆみに会っておきたいの。
Oh, you are determined to meet with Yuka and settle the score. Are you prepared to kill Yuka or make her disappear? You know that's like pretty much the only solution here, right? Yamiko. She's not going to like let you go if she learns that you are Hikun. You are pretty much dead. Unless the stone will actually protect you and you can like protect yourself. But okay, we're going to Sayumi grave right now. Yamiko eyes are earnest and serious.
私は一人で行こうかと思ってたんだけど
Yeah,
きょうちゃんは許してくれないでしょ？
of course not. The old man asked me to help you, Yamiko-san.
あら嬉しいこと言ってくれちゃった。
Also, Yuka might not know Yamiko's true name, but she knows Kyoji. If Kyoji goes to Sayu, oh my god. Actually, okay, never mind. Even if Yamiko would go to Sayumi grave, that would be disaster. But if they go both, then that's also like Yuka will be like, Kyoji, why you're visiting this like trash? That's what Yuka would say. That I just like killed. And yeah, what's like it's with your guardian? Why she's like here as well? Like, what's your relation here? Are we going to have our final fight, like with Yuka at like Sayumi grave or something? Don't make fun of me. I'm serious, you know. Ah, Yamiko's blushing. Yamiko looks unusually bashful. Yoji then says, feeling a bit shy himself, I will go get ready. He goes to change clothes. Like the last time they went out, they've come to spend the night before they could go back home. Goju packs the bare minimum, or what he will need, into his backpack. Yamiko ties the pendant tightly around her neck, as to not drop it. By the time they leave the house, it's sunset. Yoshiki lived in Kurehito as a child, but he moved pretty far away when he got older. His father's company had gone bankrupt and the family had to go to another town. And that, somewhere else, is where Sayumi's grave is. They brought a night train, which is set to arrive at the destination by morning. Yamiko says it feels like they're running away from home. Yoji replies that running away from home with his legal guardian would be pretty strange as these things go. Yamiko then replies with a joking tone that maybe they can call this eloping. What's eloping? I don't know. I never heard that word actually in English. Huh. No idea. Kyoji feels his heart stings ever so slightly at that idea. Okay, we are done with this episode and this day. So next morning they get off the train. It drops them, it's to be described as the boonies. Okay, so we'll see this actually in the next episode. So yeah, we got to learn a lot of stuff from Yoshiki Diary. Awesome, we got one last time, some Yoshiki thoughts, memories, and we go to the grave of his wife now, and I expect to Yamiko, like Yuka, to like follow them or something. Yeah, they said like it's like long trip outside of the city and everything, but I think like Yuka and Gore might still follow them. I mean, they killed Yamiko, Sayumi there, so it's not like she's like bound to like one area. She can travel, so yeah, I expect them to go. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. So leave up a like if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, this is in the description. You can also become a member if you would like to support me and see the episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and I will see you all in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.